So, you might ask yourself, what happened? What happened to this world? What the hell happened? Well, I'm going to tell you guys at this time of night exactly what happened to this world. And yeah, you might see this disgust look on my face because it is disgusting. What has truly happened to this world. You hear everybody saying it nowadays, bro. The world changed. The world changed. And we all know by 2022, the world has changed. Ever since COVID, things have went downhill, kind of, to an extent. Things just, we could have been heading in that direction anyways, with or without COVID, which we probably were. But it seems like things just got worse and worse and worse. And if you look at the world today, almost nobody is getting it right. Because people are falling into these new age ways. Very, very fascinating. Isn't it? Very fascinating. People are falling into these new day and age ways. Let's just leave the traditional ways behind, almost everybody says, and be a complete idiot. This world would be a better place if I was president. If I could hold people accountable. It truly, truly would. Everybody in this world would be firing on all cylinders, bro. There'd be much better people. There'd be much better things going on. My influence would override the entire world in the way people think. People would be better. But unfortunately, we have too many bad influences in this world today. And this feminism propaganda, when was it ever a good idea? No offense to the ladies, but for women to be empowered. Like, that's not your calling. Chill the fuck out. It's just not your thing. It's like telling all men to go look as cute as you can be with all the makeup in the world. Yeah, guys, let's all get together and see who can be the most beautiful. It's not our calling. The world has really changed, and when I say almost nobody is getting it right, if you look at relationships nowadays, it's very, very strange. If you look at the relationships on social media, it's very, very strange. Nobody watching this video, or who will witness what is going on right now in this clip, can tell me that I did not see what I saw. Because I did. And you know what I see a lot of? I see a lot of wickedness, satanic type shit on the internet. Of these relationships with these females that got that evil look in their eye. And there's some beta male simp beside them. Smiling like this. This is my girl, and she's like, yeah, I got him. What the fuck is that, bro? Come on, man. What is that? What is this? It's coming down to entitled people. I'm fully aware of what is going on right now in the world, bruh. There are very few people getting it right. There's like the top percentages of people in relationships in the world that is actually getting it right. Other than that, you got some psychopathic female or woman or something like this with some weaker guy. Women have a thirst to have power and control nowadays, and it's corrupt. It is corrupt. All these relationships fizzle out. But there's the top percentages of people in this world that are getting it right. And I advise every single person to stay single until you get it right with the right person. Because there's a lot of disgusting things out there nowadays. The way people are doing things, bro, it's very concerning. Like the entitlement. People think. People live as if they have forever. People are making more mistakes now than ever today. People, like, man, mistakes are fine. But that many mistakes, bruh, you can only afford to make so many mistakes. That's why you should try and make as many as you can and learn from them as young as possible. Because if you don't, it's going to kill you really fast. Really fast. I blame a lot of people for what is going on today. I see what the fuck is this? I see what is going on. And there's a lot of people to blame. There's not one specific gender. There's not one specific person. If you generalize and you look at a whole, what is going on in our society today, there's a lot of people to blame. These crazy females that I see with that look in their eye, bro, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about. They got that dark wickedness look in their fucking eye. I'm not even just blaming them, because the guys that choose to stand by their side, yeah, the beta male simps, you're standing by a woman's side, bro. I also blame you. Because guess what? She chose you as her pet. You are her pet. Perform for her now like a fucking circus animal or some shit. Because that's what it is. These females are casting spells today, bruh. They're pulling aces of spades out of their ass. And they're doing some wicked witchcraft type shit. You don't think I'm coaching guys out of these situations? Of course. There's wicked, wicked things going on, bro. And it's hard not to chuckle in this video, but it's all facts, bro. I swear to anything, it is facts. This shit is going on. You know, And the guys that are getting it wrong, they just want a woman so damn bad. So they will settle to be a pet. Of course they don't look at it this way, but it is exactly what it is. And for the people to come out and be like, oh my God, just let them be happy, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Shut up. You too are toxic. Anyone who would even say something like that, you're toxic. You don't know what you're talking about. It is not traditional. It's not going to work. Guess what? It's going to fizzle out. And guess who's going to get used? That guy. Guess who's going to move forward in her life to try to do something else to somebody else? That female. It's called manipulation. But simps will take any fucking thing they can get, bro. You think these women respect these guys? They are ashamed of these guys. But it's good enough for them at the time because they have somebody they can control. Like a little pet. That's how they view this, bro. And this is majority. I don't know if I'll say majority, but it's a lot of relationships today that are like this. There's few people that get it right. There's people at the top that get it right. And then there's all that kind of horse shit. Or even just some woman in general with some beta cuck. Where she don't respect you, she tolerates you like a pet. Because pets are tolerated. For the most part. And these relationships is a huge issue because they always come to an end. It's not going to last. There's like a 0 success rate with these kind of relationships. And it's a big problem. I am convinced that these types of toxic females hate men. Because men are truly more powerful than they ever will be. Because that is a male's calling. That is a true male's calling. If you look at the way a male lion bullies around the female lion, you would understand the human anatomy. Males always take charge, bro. We are the captains. We are the leaders. But these toxic women are flipping it around to take leadership. They want to be head honcho. They want to be in charge. They want a pet. And it just don't work that way. It's messing up everything. It's messing up the gender roles. It's creating so much bullshit. And they always leave these beta male simps. And then they get old and they can't get a guy. So, and I'm not even making this video like to go off in anybody in specific. These guys are just as bad. These types of guys are the only reason why things like this can exist. Because if these guys did not bend down and bow down to them, they would have no choice but to take a little bit of an L and improve themselves so they could be tolerated. But no. There's always going to be beta simps that are hard up as fuck, desperate, and they're gonna get whatever they can take. They're going to allow a woman to dictate how life goes. They're just there for the ride. You're not no leader. You are a simp. Your woman leads your life. You have no say. And this is the issue, bruh. This is the world that we are in now. And then the top people in the world are getting it right. The male is in a leadership position. The woman loves, admires, and respects her man. She's not toxic. She is on point. That lad is on point. This is the way it should be. And I'm not saying all women are toxic. I'm not saying all women are like this. I talk to many, many women in calls, in day-to-day life, every way you can think, that are not like this. But when you look at the majority of things that's going on, if you look at the images on social media, if you see how things are going, this shit is happening, bruh. Feminism is here. Welcome to it. More guys have to recognize and realize this. I was fortunate enough to experience crazy, crazy things at a young age, so I could learn really, really quick. Bad things stopped happening to me at about 20 years old. I had all the experience in the world. I saw everything I need to see. It was that red pill awakening, if you want to even call it that. It was a huge awakening. And people be lying, bruh. People be lying as fuck. These women be lying, bruh. They be making it seem like you're the problem, you're an issue, you're this, you're that, and all of a sudden, 10 seconds later, they're crying, saying you're the best thing in the world, oh my God, you're so good to me, and all this kind of bullshit. I'm the problem and all this, and they get vulnerable and they tell the truth. We already knew that. We already knew you were the problem. Finally, you admit it. Finally, you admit that you're toxic. I've seen these kind of mental breakdowns that they have. But when they're in their ego space, they never want to admit it. They never want to admit it, bro. They'll fake that funk the entire time. Make you seem like the problem. Make it seem like, oh, screw all men and all this kind of stuff, when they are the problem the whole damn time. You're exactly what men do not want. Maybe some beta male wants you because he can't get nothing else, but no men want that. And this is why I'm saying the problem and the issue with the world, man, I know studs that are single because women are such an issue. And they're smart for staying single. They keep working on themselves. They get their money up. They get shit right. They're being educated. They're doing the right thing. And then there's a bunch of weasels that are in these toxic relationships with these feminists, bruh. Because they want a little pet. You know what they do? They hide them. You'd be lucky to see a picture on social media with one of these feminists and her little pet peeve type of fucking guy, if you want to even call him a guy. You'd be lucky to see it. But it's exactly what happens. People hide relationships they are ashamed of. They hide them. They do not post them. They hide them. And I'm not saying every single person alive that's in a relationship that doesn't post it on social media is either toxic or it's wrong. It's not the case. But for the most part, people who hide that shit are ashamed of their partners. Straight up. And it happens a lot. It happens a lot. I know people in real life who do that shit, bro. And I know all about it. And I also know celebrities, not really know them in person, but I know of people, and this is why I say not everybody, because there's literal celebrities where they're both on point, have a completely healthy relationship, and they just don't post each other because they're all about their own business on their own platforms. So in that case, it's not really an issue. But most people, bro, behind the scenes, they are ashamed of their own relationship. They're using their partner. They're not going to admit this, but they're using their partner as some sort of pet. Or they're just going to get over them and they're going to use them however they can use them. They're not going to post them because they're ashamed. They're just going to use them. And this stems down to selfishness in this world. It's exactly what it stems down to. They can't use themselves enough. They can't accomplish what they need to accomplish themselves. They can't work hard enough for themselves, so they use other people their whole way through life. And it's not healthy. More people need to get on point. That is the issue with the world. I'm not, like I said, I'm not fully even blaming feminists or anybody in particular. There's just big problems in the world. And all of these kinds of things that we are naming are issues that needs to be resolved. There's not just one thing that just wrecked the whole world. There's a lot of things that's happening that wrecked the world. This is the realest shit you're ever gonna hear. It is a fucking fact. You'd be stupid not to be able to see everything that is going on. You'd be blind. And the people that don't want to agree with this, you're just blind. You don't know shit. You're probably one of these people. Ooh. Have fun with your future. Have fun with your fucking future. Because you're going to be toast. I don't care if you're a feminist. I don't care if you're some beta male cuck. If you don't fucking change your shit, you're toast. Everybody got to get on point. Because when one gender is on point, when the other gender is on point, they can come together and they can make shit work. That is how it has to happen. It has to be that way. Because if it ain't that way, it's not going to last. Look at the relationship you might be in right now. I guarantee you, if you're not on point yourself or your partner's not on point, it's either not going to last or it's going to be toxic forever. You're going to be unfulfilled with them. Bro, I've literally had women reach out to me telling me they are embarrassed of their husband. I'm not joking. Straight up. I have the messages on my phone. They are embarrassed of their husband. Will I say who this is? Absolutely not. But they are embarrassed. And that's fucking crazy. But I guarantee you this person stays put. This, not only one person has said that either. But that's an example. There's women with guys they do not love, admire, and respect. They are embarrassed. Subconsciously, they probably knew they could have done better. For real. But this is a crazy world we're in, bro. You guys ever hang out with females before? Like a group of them? Just you? Being around a couple of them, see how they act around each other as friends? Bro, I've worked with people like this before. I've been around people like this before. I've seen it. You wouldn't believe it. If you've never been around it, you would not believe it, bro. You would not believe it. They shame the fuck out of guys, bruh. They do. They talk about guys all the time. They'll be showing each other what's going on their phones and all this. Oh, look at this weirdo. Look at this creep. Look at this. Look at that. Man, I'm telling you. Be careful who you talk to. Be careful what you say. Be careful who you reach out to. You could reach out to one person one time, bro, and they're going to try to tarnish your reputation. Oh, look at this fucking weirdo. Look at this. Look at that. A lot of them are like that, bruh. Most of these women out there today are fucking savages, bro. Savages. And it's like most females don't know that some of us know this. Of course some of us know this because we have experience. They expect everyone to have the mindset of a beta cuck that just thinks all women are princesses and they'll never do nothing to hurt nobody. They're just sweet, caring, kind, compassionate, and they would never do nothing to hurt nobody. Absolutely not. That's a blue pill way of thinking. When you have experience as a fucking male, you see this shit for what it is. You see this shit for what it is. And once again, I'm not saying every female is like that. A lot of them are. And some, oh, he's lying. Oh my God, this and that and that and this. No, you're lying. You're lying. I'm not lying. I know exactly what I saw with my own two eyes and what I heard and what I've seen, you know? I've seen things. You can't tell me I'm lying. I've seen so many things, bro. You know how many consultations I've done with women? Do you know how many life experiences I've had with women? And you're going to call me crazy and gaslight me to make your entire gender look better? I know exactly what the fuck is going on, bro. I know exactly what the fuck is up. Few people get it right. The rest of people do not. Some women get it right. The rest do not. You better get it right. You know, you can do what you want to do. But for your actions, there's always a heavy ass price you have to pay. Just remember that. When you want to be evil and get over on people and do your little wickedness and pull fucking aces of spades out your ass, leading guys on, manipulating guys here, manipulating guys there, doing your fuck shit, there's consequences to that. There's consequences to that. And they just so happen to be not so good consequences. The grass being greener syndrome, too. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The grass being greener syndrome that a lot of women have as well, it always comes back to bite you. I've been through it, bro. There are people, once upon a time, that had it so good with me, bro. So good. You wish you had that back, don't you? But guess what? I don't tolerate no fuckery. I don't tolerate nonsense, disrespect. If you want to test me, go ahead and test me. Because I'm going to show you exactly what that's like. And you're going to know what the fuck it's like. Because you're dealing with a real motherfucker, bro. They can test all these other guys and think all guys are the same and they can get over on everybody else and get anybody back whenever they want them. No, you fucking can't. Not this dog right here. And you learn that pretty quick. So yeah, be discouraged. Put your head down. Take that L. Like you should. Fuck around me, bro.